I cannot breathe,
Gracias, Camilo.
yeah, lately been living my dream,
What's up, guys? It's Oliver, back with another video. Just want to give you guys a little update for the 2022 season. No longer sponsored by Prodigy, but throwing an open bag. Sponsored by Flight Factory, Tomahawk Dives, and Mobile Disc Golf Paparazzi. So I just want to give a shout out to them. But I also want to show you guys what I'll be throwing for the 2022 season. Okay, so let's start off with the putters. This year, I'll be putting with the Judges. These are just prime Judges. This white one's my main one. I like them because they have a more glide and they always have a predictable fade. And I do like a little beat on my putter. So this white one's gonna be the main one. And this pink one is the backup, just for practice putts. And I really don't ever use it in tournaments, but always good to have a backup putter. For my throwing putters, I have a few throwing putters. Actually, I only have three throwing putters. My first one is a Proto PA4. This one I like to use for, this one's super easy to throw on. Doesn't take much effort. It's kind of understable, so I always like to throw this one for my turnover shots or maybe soft, easy hyzer flips through the woods. I'll never throw this disc in the wind. It'll always usually be a woods disc, so it's always, it gets me a lot of birdies. Second throwing putter is the Warden. This is my stable putter. I throw this one. This is the one I reach to the most, I would say. It's really torque resistant, so I can throw it hard and always rely on it not to just flip over and turn over on me. I can throw it on an Anheuser angle and it'll just fade out. Throw it on a hyzer angle. So this one is basically my universal putter. You can do anything with it. Throw it in the woods, throw it in the open. It does good for me. Then my last putter is my super overstable PA2. This one is just gonna go left. It's not uncontrollably overstable, but if I have a headwind and I kind of need something to go a little more left than the Warden, or need something more trustworthy than the Warden, I'm gonna always go with the PA2. Now for my approach disc, I do carry a couple of approach discs. Carry five kind of approach discs. Some of these are a lot of these I'm kind of just working into the bag, see if I like them. Because I've been sponsored by Prodigy, so I'm just trying out a bunch of new molds. The first one that I'm trying out, this one hasn't made the bag for sure, but I do like it. It's the Anvil. This thing is a meat hook. Okay, I mostly throw it for forehands, but I can throw it for backhands as well. I just know I usually just throw it up on spike and let it just come down, and it really doesn't skip. It's good disc. So. Now for my main upshot disc is gonna be the Zone. I really never throw this disc backhand at all. I just reach to it for like a little straight with a little fade at the end, or flex forehands, or this is really just my go-to forehand approach disc. Very good. Now if I need something just a touch more stable than that Zone, or if I'm gonna throw it backhand, reach for my A3. This is 750 A3. You can always rely on it to fade. You can put some flex on it, and this one has a lot more skip than the Zone I just showed you. Now this one, it's a little weird, and I don't really throw it that much. Still throw it for straighter forehands or shots I really just want to make sure I commit to. And I know that the disc is going to go 30, 40 feet past the basket. It's not super stable, it kind of fades straight, and that is the Castaplastic Berg. I have it in the K3 hard plastic. I didn't really like the premium plastic. I kind of wanted like a putter plastic for this disc. Can always rely on it to just go straight, and I always know that if I throw it hard, if I commit to the shot, it'll never go super far past the basket. Now recently, I've gotten super into Ultimate Frisbee. Not as much as disc golf, but I do like playing Ultimate Frisbee with my friends. So, I had to put a Frisbee-like disc in my bag, and that's the Makani. This one doesn't get thrown much at all. Really, it's just for fun shots. If I want to run the basket from 80 feet, or if I want to just do like a little soft flick, turn over, if I take a tight gap and just want to pop my wrist in the direction, it'll just go and just glide forever. So this is just a fun one to throw, warm up before the rounds. Pretty fun disc. If you play Ultimate Frisbee, getting into disc golf, I'd recommend the Makani. It's super fun, warm up, and it's a good upshot disc. Next, I'll go into the mid-ranges. I carry 5 mid-ranges. I'll go from least stable to most overstable. The first one, well, I'll carry 3 of these. They're all rocks. This blue one is just a DX rock. I found it on a course. No name, no number, so I said, I'll take it, thank you. But it is not really super flippy, but I can throw it hard, flat. I know it'll just have the long turning fade or long turnover that a good rock has. So this is my flippy, easy, nice little smooth, straight shots for mid-ranges. Next is definitely my favorite mid-range in my bag. It's this Mango Classic KC rock. I really use this thing for every mid-range shot basically. It's predictable. I always know it's going to go straight with a little fade at the end. I can put a little turn on it. I can put more hyzer on it and it'll fade more. So it's super predictable, and usually when I throw this disc, I put it pretty close to the basket. So I'm really liking this one right here. And then the last is a KC Pro No Time Rock. This one's really just in my bag. I really don't throw this much, but it's more overstable than the Mango rock. So if I'm ever in a position where I may have a little bit more headwind and I'm uncomfortable throwing this disc, then I'll reach to this disc. And that's really the only time I use this for. Now if this disc starts getting too beat up, which it will one day unfortunately, then this one will definitely be my go-to mid-range. Next, this is the most overstable mid-range I have. It's super reliable. I can throw it as hard as I want. I know it's not going to fade or flip on me. I know it'll always come back. That's the Italian Plastic MD3. This disc is super predictable. I can throw it probably up to 380 feet. Just throw it super hard, super flat, and I know it's always going to come back at the end. Now my last one, this is a disc that I can just do anything with. It's the Buzz, the Crystal Z Buzz. I hyzer flips so that when I have to do like a long turnover that I can't throw my Berg or my zone on, I always usually reach for this disc. I do like to forehand some mid ranges, so this does really well for me. Throw it flat or on hyzer, and it'll always just get up and turn. Also, this disc goes farther than the rock, so if I come up to a hole, I'm like, I'm not sure if I can get there. I just throw this. Hyzer flips, turnovers, flats. This disc is whatever line, whatever angle you throw this disc on, that's what it'll do. Next, we have the Fairway Drivers. I have a good bit of Fairway Drivers. Let's start with the first one right here. This one, it hasn't really made the bag. I just stuck it in there really just to try it out the other day. It's the Evader. It's the Glimmer Evader. This one it's actually pretty torque resistant. It just, when I throw it flat, goes flat. Maybe a slight little fade turn out of it, and then nice predictable fade. It's pretty good. Probably won't make the bag for the 2022 season, but it could be in there in the future. Next, for my turnovers, long forehand turnovers that are further than the Buzz, it'll be the F5. This disc, I really like it because most of your understable fairway drivers, they really like to just turn and dump. This one loves to just turn, just keep on holding that line and keep on fading. It's really good for that, and that's really the only thing I use it for, unless I have some sort of weird roller I have to go with. Now my main mid-range, or this is one of my main mid-range or fairway drivers, is the Eagle Tomahawk Die Stamp Eagle. This one, it's not as stable as other Eagles I've had, which I like. It's more stiff, and I can really do anything with this. I can throw it on hyzer, may flip up a little bit and then fade. I can throw it flat, and it'll just go flat with a little fade, or I can put a little more torque on it with a little anhyzer, and it'll just hold that line the whole time. I really like the Eagle. I don't really throw the T-Bird because I'm not sure. I just like the Eagle more. Yeah. Next fairway driver, the Thunderbird. This is basically just my further Eagle. If I come up to a hole that's like a little bit over 400 feet, and I feel like I can't get there with the Eagle, then I'll reach for the Thunderbird. It's really good for hyzer flips. Basically, can also do anything, like I said, with the Eagle. This is basically just a further Eagle, in my opinion. Next, it's basically just a backup for practice rounds for my Thunderbird. It's H3 V2. I feel like they fly pretty similar, so I just stuck this in the bag just for a backup for the Thunderbird in case they ever lose it. Next, for my overstable fairway shots, gotta go with the Firebird. This is the 2021 Nate Sexton Firebird. Super predictable, can pound it. I usually like to my forehands. If I'm trying to get them to go straight, I put them on a little ante. This one will just continually just fight out of it a little bit, and then it'll just fade at the end. Super predictable. Throw this one for backhands too. Throw this disc really from 300 to 400 feet. That's where I'm reaching for this disc. If I'm not reaching for another one of my mid ranges, but yeah, I really like this disc. Super predictable. You know what it's going to do. I mainly throw this disc forehand, but I will throw it backhand too. So. Then lastly, utility disc. Got the Glow Firebird. Anything headwind, super overstep, super skippy shots, anything I need to do with that, I reach for this disc. And then lastly, going to the drivers. First one, I only throw this disc on fan grip. It was unpredictable there for me for a little bit. But now I've kind of learned the disc, kind of throw it nice, easy, about 70–80% flat with the fan grip, and that's the Wraith. Super nice disc. I really don't reach for it much unless it's like a control 400, 425, 30-foot shot. So yeah, I throw it on hyzer, flip up, throw it flat, it'll do like a little and hyzer, a little flex for me. Super good disc. And yeah. Next one is basically my complement to my Wraith. I also do the same thing on this disc, but it's a touch more stable. That's this just basic destroyer. Also, this is one of my main forehand discs. For me in my bag, I like to have disc I just throw forehand, disc that I just throw backhand. So this disc is one of the rare ones that I do both with. I like to throw forehand. This is my distance forehand disc, so I like throw it on little highs, it'll flip up. Probably get a little bit over 400 feet with this disc. But yeah, flies good forehand, a little flip up, and I can throw it fan grip, backhand, on highs, it'll flip up. It's nice, straight, wooded shots, or I can throw it flat, get a little flex out of it. Next is this AJ Destroyer. This is the one I was talking about that I only throw this disc backhand. You'll never see me grab this disc and throw it forehand. Throw this one, power grip, just basic headwind, hyzer shots, you know. That's basically all this is for, just 400 to 470 foot hyzers. This one, the exact opposite of the AJ Destroyer. It's a Calvin Destroyer. I only throw this disc forehand. The difference between this one and the Blue Destroyer is that I know this one is my hyzer forehand disc. It's hard for me to push this over and make it fade. So if there's a little headwind, I'm scared to throw the blue one. I'll reach for this one, pound it hard, or I can throw it on a little bit and it'll flex out of it and always go right. This is always going to go right for me. Super good forehand disc. And lastly, this is my distance. This is my go-to distance disc. I really, like, this disc goes too far, honestly. I really can't throw it on a shot that's, unless I'm like fan grip throwing it easy, that's less than like 450 feet. And that's the Cloudbreaker 2. Shout out to my boy, Josh Castillo. He gave me this disc. Yeah, this disc bombs. It's super fast, goes super far. And yeah, that's about it. Also, shout out to my boy, Chase Bowen. He gave me about all those destroyers too. So. Then next, these 3 discs that I'm about to show you are all kind of like interchangeable. I'm trying to figure out which one I like the most for the season. The first one is a Photon. Really liking this disc. It's really like the first MVP disc I've ever thrown. Super overstable. I kind of want to relate it. It's kind of similar flight to maybe a Garrett Gerthy Halo Wraith. It's a little more flat top than that. I only throw this disc on backhands, hard 400-foot shots. Really, I can probably get it to about 425, but this disc does not like to flip or turn over. It just likes to throw it flat, throw it hard, and it'll always come there for me. This one will probably make the bag, and these other 2 are gonna be fighting for a spot. The first one is a PD2 Really haven't had this disc for much. This one is basically the complement to the Photon. It just goes a little bit further. Super stable. Haven't tried it on forehand. I do like the way it feels though. That's about it. Just 450 foot hyzers basically. And the next one, this is the same thing as the PD2. I just got to figure out which one I like the feel more and all that kind of stuff. It's the Force. Like this one for forehands and backhands. Can throw it hard on any. I know it's gonna come out. Probably throw it about maybe 400 foot. It's super overstable. It's gonna skip a lot. And that's really it for this disc. And the last one, utility disc, is the Proto 750X1. This disc is super overstable. Throw it for forehand rollers, throw it for flex shots, throw it for super skippy backhands, super skippy forehands. Really just a really good utility disc that I'm happy to have in my bag. And that's all the discs. Also I have in my bag, I have ball sack for those hot summer days in Mobile. I also have a rangefinder my girlfriend got me for Christmas. And that's about it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And we out.